Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Panthers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Looking for blockers. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the ground with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's talk for just a second about Pittsburgh. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he wants it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels.
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Hard running there. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Pitt!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous.
There he goes. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. As as they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on second down. On target. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On the ride. Touchdown Wolverines! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He now has 53 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Panthers can really attack on this second and short. Going to the ground. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. Looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive, going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
They're going to ride this running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sands. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll run for it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Complete to the left. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. The Michigan offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Completed pass, but it not only goes nowhere, it goes backwards.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads to the right. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this year after year. Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from a defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Panther! And that one will give them the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. Slithers into space. Turning it on! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Kendricks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds a tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
Looking for the first down. Pitt comes to the line on 4th. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You can punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. The give to the back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this 1st down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Set, ready. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. fourth down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Good, solid tackle.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.